It's a beautiful day. Weather is nice, but zero energy to do anything. Anyway, I think I was going to talk to you guys about how I started my Vinted store. That video is long overdue, and it's not even a difficult process or an extended process at all. So first things first, I started with what I had. Really, I did not invest any money, any capital initially. Obviously, for those who have been following my channel for a while, you know that I am in partnership with Shein, and I get sent a ton of products, from home appliances to household finds, decorative pieces. I get sent wigs, jewelry, makeup, dresses. I don't buy any clothes for myself because everything I wear is fully sponsored. These collaborations come in drones, so in a month I could get up to 3, 4, sometimes 5 collaborations, and one of those collaborations could give me about 8 to 6 pieces, depending on what I choose, depending on the budget for the collaboration. Just a lot of factors determine what affects what I get. As soon as I get these products, I review them. I do not review every single item. Some of them I just keep, some of them I do not even try on at all. I probably just give them away, or it just goes into storage. Now, the problem that I have or that I had was that all of these products just kept piling up, and I seem to have wardrobes and storage space in every single room in the house. So all of my kitchen appliances cannot fit in the kitchen, so I moved some of them in the garage. Thank God there's a garage in this new house. In my children's room, I have a dedicated wardrobe for myself alone. I have not even worn half of the clothes that are in that wardrobe. In my bedroom, I have shoes that I have not worn, that I probably will never wear. Just things like that. So, and I decided, why don't I just start selling on all of these platforms? Because I keep seeing that people are selling on these platforms. I myself have bought some things from these platforms. I mean, utilizing Facebook Marketplace and recently Vinted. So I think it was during my last birthday, I just got this idea to just start selling because I needed to decongest the whole house. I had a lot of things that I were not using. Right now where I'm sitting, I'm facing my bags. There are bags I have not touched in years. I can sell them. So I found this amazing app called Vinted where I can just sell all of my items. Sorry, I had to change my setup because I had to charge my camera. So I got talking with someone at work, and they were talking about how they recently bought some items from Vinted for £3, and when I saw the bag, I'm like, this bag is worth more than £3. And she was just talking about how it's such a discounted platform where you can get second-hand clothes, and even some brand new items depending on where you're shopping from or what you're looking for. Anyway, I decided to go ahead and open up the store, and in the first week on the first day I listed about 6 items, and by the end of the first day I had sold 2 items. So the next day I uploaded another 8 items. Now these were just clothing, my clothing that some of them I hadn't worn, some of them haven't been worn before, some of them I've just worn maybe once just to showcase them for the collaboration, and that was it really. I mean, by the second day I sold about 3 to 4 items. The next day it just kept going and going and going like that, and for the first week I had made about 80 something pounds, and to me that was such a game changer because this was just stuff that was lying around in my house, and I didn't know I could make that much from it. Anyway, the rest is history because I have carried you along. When I eventually decided to invest in, getting my first bill, I made a video about it. I showed you guys when those 3 boxes came. I got some grade A plus items, and that is what I have still been trying to sell off up until now. I honestly should have restocked by now, but I have slowed that down just to focus more on my jewelry business, also work, and some other things that I have going on in the background. So yeah, it is a very rewarding enterprise. I would advise anybody to go into it, but once you reach a certain threshold, you have to declare your income and file that as self-employed if you do go over a certain threshold. So yes, please keep that in mind. So I know moms who just use it to sell off their children's clothes or toys, things they're not using anymore, that you will naturally just go and give to charity. I know a ton of people do that, and they're able to recoup some money that they could use towards groceries. It's not a ton of money, but I mean, it's good for a side business. You get what I mean? Also, when I was doing some research into all of this, there were some people who have this as their full-time job. They have even employed people to do some of the day-to-day activities like washing, ironing, taking pictures, uploading. I would say that the bulk of the work for Vinted for me is uploading those videos. It takes so much or so long to type a description for the item. That's the most stressful part for me when it comes to Vinted. I wish it were more automated, like Depop. On Depop they have an AI feature that just allows you to upload an item first, and then AI will kind of give you a description for what it thinks the item is based off of what you have uploaded. I wish Vinted will incorporate that as well, just make the process a lot simpler. But yes, it is easy to sell on Vinted. There are some downsides to selling on Vinted, and I am going to talk about it. One of them being the fact that it might take a while to get momentum. For me, it did not. For some people it did. It might be the fact that I'm also used to using hashtags and optimizing SEO, so I know how to do that. So it did not take me time to rank up there. But if you are still learning how to rank your videos, that's where the YouTube experience comes in. That will help you to rank high as well, and just get your products in front of more people who are using the app. I have taken certain breaks, and when I went back, it was just like going back into the routine of things, because obviously with the SEOs and optimizing my products, I'm able to rank high. So you need to be able to use the hashtags correctly and use them appropriately if you want to be seen more. So yes, you have to kind of be knowledgeable in that aspect. That's one of the downsides. Another downside that I see with Vinted is the fact that if they pick up or detect that your video or picture or the image that you've uploaded for this particular item is not yours, maybe it's an item you downloaded from the internet, or it looks AI generated, they will flag that post. They might take it down and notify you that it has been taken down, or they might hide that item, meaning that that item will be hidden and no one can see it, and you would have to either delete the item or delete the AI generated content there and then try to re-upload that content if it gives you that option. And if you get up to 2 or 3 in a week or a month, you get flagged, you get banned or shadow banned, where you are under a ban that limits you depending on the grievance of your offense. You can either get a 3-day ban or a 30-day ban. That's the 2 that I know of. I have been given both. But thankfully I was able to appeal the 30-day ban, and it was just a 3-day ban that was enforced, and that was because I was trying to use AI images just to depict and to show the items a lot better. I mean, I'm trying to sell market here. I have noticed, because apart from selling on Vinted, I also sell on eBay. Items move on eBay as well. They accept AI generated images, and they're not as strict as Vinted. I think Vinted needs to loosen up a bit, because I mean, yes, AI does tend to trick, but I think it has some advantages as well, because you can't really show the item well, especially this was before I got my mannequin, so I just didn't want to show the item just flat. You know, it has to show curve, it has to show some sort of appeal for you to want to buy it, right? So that was why I did what I did. Yeah, so yeah, that's one thing that I've noticed about Vinted that I do not like. Yeah, so I think I've talked about the hashtags, I've talked about the AI generated images, I've talked about the amount of time it takes to generate descriptions for items as you upload. It makes the process a bit longer, and there's a number of sections that you have to fill before it lets you upload the image as well. So yes, if you want to go ahead with this, I would say before you invest a huge chunk of capital into starting or getting your first bill, you might want to look into selling what you have already. So if it's bags, if it's wigs, shoes, whatever it is, try to list what you have first, see how it does, especially with your ranking on the SEO, and see what works for you before you invest into it. It does pay a lot. I have also tried to sell in person as well, and that moves a lot. So if I were registered with my council now, I could take my items to the morning market and just display them there, let people come and pick them up. It saves you the hassle of having to ship. That's another point. Another thing we've said is the fact that, you know, it's not one dedicated shipping platform. You have to go to all of them. So depending on what your buyer has selected as their preferred mode of shipping, they could choose every Royal Mail, InPost locker, whatever it is. You have to find how you are going to send that across to them. Thankfully, I've said this in a video before, I am fortunate to be in the center of where I can easily access all of this, and I think it's becoming a lot more popular now. You get to see some of these lockers that are just, you know, you see them, Royal Mail lockers, or the InPost lockers, or the, what's the other one, the every drop off. So depending on where you stay, you might have to locate that as well. So as far as payment goes, when you make a sale, you do not immediately get paid. You have to wait for the item to get to the buyer. The buyer inspects the item to see that, okay, this is what they've paid for. It means they're satisfied with, you know, what they see, and then they hit a button to say everything is okay, and then you get paid almost immediately. So that in itself, the life cycle of all of that usually for me is about 5 days, because I always aim to ship out my products at least 24 hours from when you order it. It depends on you. If you tend to wait till you have a chunk of products to mail out before you go ahead and send out your item, you might affect you might delay when you get your payments or when you get payouts. So it's all in your hands, really. Try to at least ship out your products within the 24-hour cycle, so that at least by the 5th day you get your payment and everyone's happy. So as far as returns go, I have had a couple of returns. I have had people who paid for items and, you know, went ahead to make payments. Money was taken from their account, and, you know, the item was shipped out and it made its way all the way to them, and they did not go to the locker to pick up their products. This has happened to me just one time, and I tried to message the buyer to let her know, your item is in the locker, it's already waiting for you. It was not read, and I probably think, you know, maybe life or whatever circumstance prevented this person from going to pick up that item. The item had to come back to me. I was able to relist the item, get it sold to someone else. Obviously they get their full refund, because I mean the transaction bounced back. So as soon as it got back to me and I marked to say that I have received my item back, they would get a full refund, I think. yes, it has its downsides, it has some upsides. I mean, it's something definitely worth checking out if you are interested in becoming a Vinted seller as well. I sometimes, when I go to the drop-off point, especially the every drop-off point, I see some people who I know are Vinted sellers. They have bags and bags and bags and bags of items, and I'm only coming with maybe 4 or 3, sometimes 1, items, and I'm like, God, I'm getting there, I'm going over there, like this is where I'm going. Like I'm just telling myself, I hope to become this big. Yeah. Yes, that is all I have to say about Vinted. Check them out for yourself. Obviously have more than one platform. I will always 100% advise you to have more than one item. However, do not list the same item on both platforms or on as many platforms as you like. You can never keep track. You will never be able to keep track, especially going with the number of products that I upload regularly. Yeah, it's just best to keep, if you take them down from this item, if you upload an item on, let's say, Vinted, and you keep it there for about 2-3 weeks, a month, and it doesn't sell, take it down, upload it onto eBay. I have done that a number of times. Sometimes I even increase the price on eBay and it still gets sold. So it depends on you. Sometimes I reduce the price and it gets sold. Sometimes I take it down from Vinted, wait about 2 weeks, and then upload it back again onto Vinted and it sells. It depends. Someone has also said in a number of videos that I have seen on becoming a Vinted seller is to give your items about 2 weeks. If it doesn't sell, take it down. I haven't really stuck with that because sometimes it still gets some buzz, because even some of the old items that I've uploaded previously I've still sold, say maybe after a month. Yeah, so it depends on you. Do what rocks your boat, honestly. I think that's all I have to say about that. I will see you guys in my next one. Please, if you are a Vinted seller and you have any nuggets to share with anyone who might be thinking or considering this as a line of side hustle, please leave that in the comment section. Let us continue this conversation in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.